Guys, we are in Jerusalem. Look how beautiful is that street. Those are stones from the Roman time, 3rd century. And we are at the Christian quarter, going all the way to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I didn't visit the church. I know. I didn't visit the church from, how should I say it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. This is a lot for me, you know, that I like to be here a lot. But I felt bad. The situation in Israel is not so good, and the energy of mine was so low. I hope that it will be better. And if I'm talking about that, this is my energy according to that. You can see two Marys, one of Bethlehem, one of Jerusalem. What's the difference? Look at the smile. If she's smiling, it means that she doesn't know yet, or didn't know yet, that her son will die in front of her eyes. And when she came to Jerusalem, to the temple, to the Jewish temple, Saint Simon told her, your son will die in front of your eyes. It would be like a spear entering into your heart. From that moment, she didn't smile, that this is Mary of Jerusalem, the right one is Mary of Bethlehem. And I think that my mood is in between. It's very difficult for me to smile now. Then let's pray that everything will be okay. And if we're talking about that, in front of you, you can see a mosque, a very important mosque. It's a mosque of Omar, one of the Muslim Halif who occupied the city from the Christians. And he came to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And the Patriarch actually told him, please pray in the church. But he said, if I'll pray in the church, they will turn the church into a mosque. And then he went outside and prayed outside. And as you can see, it's a mosque. But the beauty of it is that mosque looks exactly like one of the synagogues in the Jewish quarter. And this is the beauty of it. Guys, I'm honoring that video to everyone who are watching it. I need your energy. Then please subscribe to my channel and write something good as a comment that I will feel better. Now I need your help. But I'm dedicated it to one more person. For me it's Youkhana. I hope that I'm not destroying the name. It's a very famous Christian name in the area of the Assyrian Church, Iraq, Iran, Syria. And I know that that amazing person came from Iraq. He had to leave Iraq and he went to Canada, and that's where he lives. He's got some medical diseases, just like most of us. Then let's pray for him as well. And look how beautiful is that church. It's still wartime, but there are some groups mostly of the Greek Orthodox, and today we are Greek Orthodox. Then the left part belongs to the Greek. It used to be a crusader place. The right part, that is a Greek Orthodox. The middle is Armenian, and the left one is Ethiopian. Then that actually tells us, you can see here the Coptic church, a Coptic monk, and then Greek Orthodox monks. Oh, they had a ceremony, and I missed it. So sad. It's a very important day, guys. It's the Ascension day. Then Jesus ascended into heaven, not from here, from Mount of Olives, but I'm taking you a little bit before that, let's say 40 days before that, to the Easter time in a way. Then let's enter the church and let's bless ourselves in it. What you see here is mostly from the 12th century, end of the 11th and the beginning of the 12th century. They're renovating the floor of the church, and you can see a little bit of the renovations in front of you. That it might be a little bit noisy. Let's cross our fingers that it won't be. Outside the church, you can see a Catholic chapel that is one of the stations of the Via Dolorosa. That's where they stripped him from his clothes. But look at the beautiful gates from the Crusader time. And today we are a little bit more Greek Orthodox, or Orthodox actually. Then look at that column, quite a famous one. First of all, you can see the special cross of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You can see the Golgotha here, but you can see the creek right here. And that creek is important. That creek is important mainly because it was many years ago that the Greek couldn't, the Orthodox couldn't enter the tomb of Jesus for the holy fire. And it was only for the Armenians. Then they actually were waiting outside, and the holy fire went out from here. Then, as you can see, there are lots of Greek Orthodox inscriptions here. And if we're talking about inscriptions, look above, right there. It's a graffiti of Italian a guy who came to here in the 14th century. And if we're talking about that, this is the tomb of one of the British knights that signed the Magna Carta. Then there are so many things to see here. And if we're talking about ancient things, this is Moti. Moti is an ancient, very ancient story.
Best guide in Israel.
Yes, he was talking about me?
No, he's talking about himself.
All right. But he's old. מה שלומך? Dan, I'm kidding. He's a very good friend. He used to be my boss. Dan, let's do that correctly. Let's climb up to the Golgotha to see where he was crucified. We are entering through the Catholic place. Remember, that church belongs to everyone. And we are on top of the crucifixion place area. The first part is the Catholic. The left part is the Greek Orthodox, and because there's no line there, then let's first go to the crucifixion place. You can see John, and you can see Mary, the left part. Above it, Jesus. And there are 4 letters in 3 languages. This is the sin list. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. In front of Jesus, you can see the menorah, which is a symbol for the Jewish temple. But the Jewish temple is not here. But according to the Christians, everything was moved to here. And Jesus is the God. Jesus is the temple. Then the menorah must be here. And let me see if he wants to go in. I think let him go in and pray. Oh, you can see the bedrock of the Golgotha. But I want to touch the exact spot of the crucifixion. Then let's do that. Let me put my hand in the hole, touch the Golgotha, and bless each part of the cross for you. Now you can see Mary and John and Jesus on the cross. Moti is shouting in the church. I hope that you can hear me, but he's shouting. Then let's move back to the Catholic part. Amoti. Then you saw that their chapel. This is where they stripped him from his clothes. We saw it from there. And again, I won't destroy your name. Youkhana, Yohanan in Hebrew, John in English, but I prefer that beautiful name. And we will pray for your strength. And we are now in the Catholic part. This is where they nailed Jesus to the cross. But remember, we are at the Ascension Day, and we must understand, we must ask ourselves, is there something that connected to the Ascension? That's where they're nailing to the cross. And this is after the crucifixion. Remember Mary with a spear. They took the statue of Mary. Usually there's a statue of Mary with a spear in her heart. Yeah, it's not here. Oh gosh, then in that case, what's the connection here to the Ascension? Then as you can see, the mosaic and the beautiful painting on the walls at the Greek Orthodox. That's new. It's from, let's say, 19th century and up. But there's only one mosaic inside the church from the Crusade time, and this is the Ascension. That is, for me, the most important mosaic of today, because we are at the Ascension Day. And for me, the Ascension Day is such an important place. Later on, even without you knowing it, I will light a candle for you, but that's going to be at the end of the tour. Let me just bless your cross. And let me show you one more thing. I know that it wasn't easy to be a Christian in a Muslim country. You can see here the log. Until 1831, the Muslims didn't let the Christians to use the bells. Then they used to knock on the wood. And in their church, they're still knocking on the wood. Let's leave the Golgotha and let's go to the area of the tomb. But before that, I want us to visit in a very important place. For me, it's one of the most important places that we've been at the Golgotha, which was outside the city. Today it's in the center of the city, but today it's like 2,000 years gap between that city to our city. Then after he died, he was buried as a Jew. Now the Jews are buried their dead at the same day. Then in that case, they purify the body of Jesus, and you can see here Joseph over Arimathea and Nicodemus. Joseph was a priest of the temple, and he had a garden next to the tomb, next to the crucifixion place, and he gave it to Jesus because they had to bury him at the same day. You can see John kissing the hand, and Mary the mother, which is so sad, isn't it? And the women, one of them is Mary Magdalene. Then the place that they anointed the naked body of Jesus is in front of you right now. Then let's bless that cross. Now, the difference between your crosses that you bought in all over the world and that cross is the energy that is got. Not only the difference of the word Jerusalem, the energy is so strong. And in that particular cross, and I have so many different kind. There's a hash from Jerusalem and some other incense from the city. But now, this is the difference. The energy is so strong. Guys, if you want to have your own cross, what you have to do is to go into the description, which is the text beneath the video, click on it, and you will see the link for Buy Me a Coffee. And I will buy one of the holy options, like a cross, different kind of, the Bible, rosaries, and I will bless it together with a video that I will upload to YouTube, just like the video that we are watching now, and then I will send it to him. It's not mine, it's his. And it was bought by Audrey. I don't know if he knows it, or maybe it's kind of a surprise to him. This is the Armenian chapel. According to the Armenians, the ladies saw the crucifixion from here. Remember, this is the Golgotha. And the holy fire is in front of you. All the candles are lit from it. That is the part that they are now renovating, excavating, and later on they will cover it with wood, and they will deal with the stones, and you will get it later on. They will renovate it. It took them years to do that. Oh, it's open just for you. We are now entering to the Catholicon, the cathedral of the Orthodox churches. And beside of the beauty of it, Youkhana, here, John, Youkhana. In Hebrew, that was the original name of it. There's one stone that is such an important stone, and this is the center of the word according to the Orthodox churches. And let me make a run tour around it. And this is totally new. I took a video of the preparation of it, but I've never been in the church before. I've never been here after they built it, and they did it in the Easter time, Pascha. Then, looks like he was judged by, maybe by Pontius Pilate, carrying the cross, nailing into the cross, the crucifixion. They're closing it, taking him down the Pietà, the burial of Jesus. Then we have to go now, but at least you saw something that, and this is because of you. I mean, you gave us the energy to see it a little bit. Usually it's closed then. We are lucky today, Audrey, Youkhana. And this is the tomb of Jesus. You can see that candle. And you can see that there's no line even in it because there are no tourists. The candle represents the chapel of the angels who took care that no one will steal the body of Christ. And the inner part is the tomb itself. I already been there before, but sadly I cannot enter to it with the video, without camera. The tomb is new. The tomb is old, the structure is new. And I want you to understand it because it's been destroyed so many times. It used to be a cave, and they are renovating now the, wow, we cannot enter to there. They are renovating the chapel, then I'm not sure that we can actually enter to it. Look at the sun. Ah, it's a beautiful picture of the tomb. I don't know if we can walk through there. No option to go to the chapel? Can I? Quickly?
But be
Yeah.
careful.
Okay,
please.
thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. That's me. Yeah. Let's enter to the rock-cut cave. Guys, this is how the tomb of Jesus looked like. You can see the niches. Two of them are closed. There were more, but that wall that was built didn't actually think about what he is doing. Oh, let me go out. Oh, not difficult. Then that is, as we believe, that is a Jewish tomb from the time of Jesus for sure. But we know that Joseph of Arimathea had a garden next to the crucifixion place. The crucifixion place used to be owned by King Herod, later on by the Romans, and it was outside the gate because it was a quarry area. And then in that case, the Romans used to crucify people there because it was next to the entrance of the city, and everyone could see the sin list of the one that they used to crucify, and they would know what to do. Then, if that is the garden of Joseph of Arimathea, and Joseph of Arimathea gave Jesus his own tomb, we believe that that was the tomb of his. Then in that case, his family. In that case, Jesus got a tomb that no one used before. That's what the Bible mentioned. A little bit noisy, but let us go out. Hello. We are going. Oops. Yeah, we did it. We did it. You make a round tour around the tomb of Jesus, but I want us to visit another Orthodox chapel here. By the way, the restrooms will be to your left side. Why there are restrooms, and it's a big one in the church, because until 1831 the Muslims didn't let the Christian enter the church unless they will pay a lot of money, and they used to close them inside the church. Then had to have a shop and restrooms. Then until today you can use the restrooms. This is prison of Christ, prison of Jesus. Now Jesus came to the church, but he wasn't immediately crucified. I mean, it takes time, bureaucratic things. Then until then, according to the Orthodox, he was staying here. You see the holes for the legs, and he was waiting for his cue, together with another two. Such an important place, isn't it? beautiful Armenian, well, chapel, but it's even more beautiful there. But I'm waiting for that place. Want to enter to another another Orthodox place. According to what we believe, Jesus was sitting on that rock when the Roman soldiers laughed at him, beat him. They put a crown of thorn on his head. That's a horrible scenery. It's difficult to see now the painting. What can I say? Wasn't easy. Guys, we do have a few more places to visit, but meanwhile, if it's okay by you, I want you to subscribe to my channel, be part of my family, and you can ask me whatever you want. Secondly, if you want to help me in another option, please send that video on my YouTube channel to all of your friends and ask them to subscribe. If you want to do more, because you are the only income of mine, except of buying one of the products, you can promote. I mean, you can help me by that. Can you see the like button next to it? There's a shape of heart, and you can support me by via YouTube. There are two more options. If you'll touch the screen of the text, you will find two more links. One of them is Buy Me a Coffee. The other one is PayPal. You can do that as well. Now, it's magic, because usually that place is closed, and this is an Armenian chapel with 9 cities that most of them been destroyed in 1915 by the Turks. But the ceremony will begin soon of the incense. Then they open it for them. Then we can actually visit it. And from here, Saint Helen, the mother of Constantine, was watching that chapel, and that's where they found the true cross. This is the seat of Saint Helen. Let us bless the cross at the chapel of the finding of the cross, and because of the ceremony, you can see the light. Then it's not so dark. It used to be a quarry from the time of King Herod. You can see it. And then a water cistern. You can see the buckets hole.
And then the hands will be bound like this with rope. No nails.
The true cross was found here. It's not the end of the video. I want us to visit another chapel. And although I know that incense ceremony will be, because at the end I cannot smell the incense. Usually after the ceremony you can smell the incense for like an hour. And I love it. We're climbing up, but on the way I want you to see the marks, graffiti from 12th century. There are two places that left for us to see. Both of them belong to the Orthodox churches. Oh, that's how it's going to be look like, as I believe. This is the lower part of the bedrock of the Golgotha. And the second place is Adam Chapel. According to what we know, when he died, the earth shaked. And you can see the creek right there. And blood tears of Jesus fell down to here. And people actually resurrected. And you can see the tomb of Adam. Oh, sorry. And the tomb of Adam, from Adam and Eve, the first man ever. And if we're talking about Crusade time, 4 Crusaders kings were buried here. And don't ask me where are the bodies now, because that place has been destroyed. And another 4 were buried there. Guys, that was 31 minutes of a video. If you actually reached the end, Donna and the others, please write me the exact moment, the exact minute of the end of the video, and I will bless each one of you. Thank you very much. Ascension Day is with us. And I want you to understand that this is such an important moment. Thank you very much for being with me in that great day of the week. Happy Ascension Day, my friends.